What is up, everybody? Welcome to CTF Show and Talks Football, and happy Wednesday. Today I'm going to be giving you guys another ranking, but this time it's going to be the top 32 running backs in my opinion. Now this one is going to be a little bit different because quarterbacks, you can easily just rank every single starter because that's how it is for the quarterback position. But for running backs, there could be multiple running backs on the same team on this list, and there also could be some teams without a running back on this list. Like some teams probably won't be in here. But always try to remember, these are just my personal opinions. If you don't agree with me, put them down in the comments and we can have a friendly debate. But anyways, let's not waste any more time. Let's get this started. Now, one more thing to note before we get to the actual top 32. I don't believe we should be ranking rookies yet just because we don't know how they're going to be, and we're not going to judge them off the first week of preseason. Like, that's not cool. So the following running backs I have on the rookie category is Ashton Jeanty, Omarion Hampton, RJ Harvey, Trevion Henderson, Cam Skattebo, and Trevor Etienne. If I forgot any other rookie running backs, I apologize, but these are just the ones I really do know about right now. And I think a lot of these running backs do have the potential to being in here, especially Ashton Jeanty. I think he will be a stud. And no, don't say he's going to suck, like off of that one preseason. Don't be that stupid. Ja'Marr Chase sucked in the preseason his rookie year as well, and he turned out to be pretty good now, didn't he? So let's not judge too quick. So kicking off with the actual list, at number 32, we've got Rhamondre Stevenson. I know he's had a pretty rough couple seasons, especially last season, but I still think he can be a solid running back. Now, I think he is going to get replaced by Trevion Henderson at some point this season, but I still think he's a solid back, and even though he's been having a couple down years, if there's any year to bounce back, I think this one could be. At 31, give me Travis Etienne. Dude, he fell down so low. There's running backs having a down year, and then there's just absolute collapses, just like Travis Etienne did. He was awful last season. Now, it would be unfair to not put him on this list, especially the fact that he was good a few seasons ago, but we just need to find that form. Like, if we can get that Travis Etienne back, the Jaguars can be pretty freaking good, including the rest of the talent they have. But if we get the same Travis Etienne that we did last year, he's done. Like, he's out of the league. At number 30, give me Rachaad White. Why do I always think this dude is so overhated? Like, I think he's one of the most underrated players in the league. I mean, sure, Rachaad White's not the most, like, explosive or quick running back in the league, but what he is productive. He's always been very productive. Like, whenever he's needed, he can get the job done. Like, he's a solid back. Alright, at number 29, give me Tyrone Tracy Jr. This dude's got a lot of potential. He showed it a lot last year, but what he also showed is that he has a huge problem with keeping the ball in his possession. This dude fumbles a lot. If he can get that under control and be more productive, this dude can be a really good back. But without being too harsh, I really hope he doesn't, because I'm a big fan of Cam Skattebo and I would love to see him being in a starting role. But to be fair, Tyrone Tracy is probably going to keep the starting job. I believe in him. Alright, at number 28, give me Brian Robinson Jr. Just like Tyrone Tracy Jr., he has a lot of potential, and just like Rachaad White, he's not the most explosive back out there, but what he is productive. But one thing I will say about Brian Robinson Jr. that tops these bottom two is that he is a tough son of a bitch. Dude literally came back from being shot in the leg in 4 weeks, and he is still here today. It's honestly impressive. Alright, at number 27, give me Najee Harris. I know people might not agree with this placement here. He is a good running back. That's not to be denied. Like, if you say he's not a good running back, then you're pretty stupid. But it's just the fact that I just don't think he's as good as other people say. Now, sure, he's a tough running back, especially the fact that he's trying to come back from, like, an eye injury from 4th of July. But when you watch him run, he just looks kind of slow. Now, like, he just doesn't look that explosive. Now, one thing I will say about Najee is that he's very productive and he's very consistent, but I want some explosiveness out of my running back, and he's just not that. Alright, at number 26, give me Rico Dowdle. Why is that every single player that goes to Carolina, people just tend to forget how good they are? Like, people forgot how good Rico Dowdle is. Did you not see how good he was on Dallas? Like, he's an explosive MFer. Like, he is very fast, he has great awareness, and he can get you the ball, like, all the time. Like, I know he has to fight for the starting spot with Chuba Hubbard, but he's a damn good running back. At 25, give me DeAndre Swift. Now, if you're saying that he's not a good running back, you're lying. but I would be lying if I said he was one of the best running backs in the league, because he is very, very far from that. DeAndre Swift is an explosive running back. He has talent, absolutely, but one thing that bothers me about him is his consistency. One game he'll just throw up one of the better running performances he's had in his career, and then the other he gets like 5 to 4 yards in total of rushing. Like, you never know what you're going to get out of him, but DeAndre Swift is a solid back. Number 24, give me J.K. Dobbins. This was, in my opinion, the most underrated move in the offseason by the Broncos. I know he has to compete with rookie R.J. Harvey, but dude, when you watch this dude run when he's healthy, he is really damn good, but that's when he's healthy, because that's the problem. He's never healthy. Like, he's always hurt. As long as the Broncos keep this man healthy, he will be good this year, for sure. At number 23, give me Jordan Mason. Dude, this is a fantastic running back. He's very underrated, he's very explosive, and he's very consistent. Now, he does have an injury problem. He gets hurt almost constantly, but as long as Minnesota keep this man healthy, they should have one of the best running back duos in the NFL. Like, he will be dominant this year. At number 22, give me Isaiah Pacheco. Now, I know this might be pretty high for him based off the season he had last year. Plus, he was injured like almost the entire season. But let's be honest, when he is healthy, he's a damn good running back. And unless he shows it this season, I am not led to believe that he's cooked. He's a very hard runner. He's a very explosive running back. He has great awareness. He has great vision. He's a very good running back. People think this guy's cooked after one season. Good grief. Alright, number 21, give me Tony Pollard. Now, he might be on the worst NFL team in the league, but that doesn't mean you should forget how good Tony Pollard is. Now, he's not as good as he was in Dallas, but he is still very effective. He's a good runner. He has good vision, and he's a tough runner as well. It's just, the problem is that he's on the worst team in the NFL. Alright, number 20, give me Kenneth Walker. Now, every single NFL season, it's really hard to predict injury because you never know what's going to happen. But Kenneth Walker is one of those players that you can predict injury every single year with him. Dude, he's hurt constantly, almost every single season. I think it has been every single season. I don't think he's played a single season where he's played every game. Like, he's always hurt. But I have to be honest, when he does play, he's a very effective running back. Even though he has been doing worse every single season, he's still very good. But man, like, his injury problem just drives me insane. At number 19, give me David Montgomery. Dude, this dude's been underrated ever since he was a Chicago Bear. This guy's always been good. Now, he might not be the starting back anymore, but what he is a part of is probably the best running back duo in the NFL with him and Jahmyr Gibbs. And he does play a big part of that because he is the power back. He's the back that you need a big run, he can give it to you. If you need a touchdown in the red zone, he will give it to you. He's a very damn good running back, and I really hope he stays in Detroit because I think that Detroit is where he can find the most success right now. At number 18, give me Joe Mixon. Now, Joe Mixon did have a great season last season, but when you look at the other running backs, it's pretty hard to put him any higher, especially the fact that who knows when he's even going to start this season. Like, he's dealing with so much issues right now, and he is injury prone, so, like, you never know. But if you think this dude's not a good running back, then you're delusional, because he is a very, very solid running back, man. Like, he has great vision, he has great speed, and he knows how to read a field. Like, he's a good running back, man. He's just not as good as others. At number 17, give me Aaron Jones. Now, he might be getting older, but one thing I will say about Aaron Jones is that this dude might be the most productive running back in the NFL. Whenever he's healthy, he's so consistent, man. Like, if you need like 8 to 10 yards, almost every single time he will give it to you. Like, he's a damn good running back, and I really hope he stays in Minnesota with Jordan Mason because I think they will be one of the best running back duos in the league. At number 16, give me Breece Hall. I know people will disagree with me on this placement, but hear me out. Yes, I think Breece Hall is a great running back, and he's shown it. But when you look at his stats and his numbers, nothing really screams top 10. Nothing really screams one of the best in the league. Now, he is a great running back, but he's not as good as like Kyren Williams or James Cook, any of those guys. Like, he's a good running back, but he's not near the top. At number 15, give me Alvin Kamara. Now, he is getting old. I am aware of that, obviously, but when you watch him play, he's still very productive. He's still very good. He's not nearly as good as he was in his prime, but he's still a damn good running back. Then when you look at the Saints roster, he's one of the last things that's holding it together because the rest is either old or injury prone. Like, Kamara is like one of the only good players we have right now. Alright, at number 14, give me Chuba Hubbard. This dude was waiting for his breakout season, and last season he finally had it. This dude is a damn good running back. He's a very tough running back. He runs very hard, and he will carry your team to victory, and I think he's going to be very good on the Panthers for a few years. Like, I like Chuba Hubbard a lot, and he is very good. Alright, at number 13, give me James Conner. This dude would be higher on this list if he wasn't so damn injury prone, because other than that, he's a damn good running back. He's a great runner, he's a powerful runner, he's one of the best receiving backs in the league, and he is one of the most consistent running backs in the league when he plays. But the only problem is that he's always hurt. Now, if the Cardinals can keep him healthy, I think James Conner's going to have a great season. Alright, number 12, give me Chase Brown. Now, he is basically James Conner, but on steroids when it comes to being a receiving back. He is probably one of the best receiving backs in the NFL. Not only is he one of the best receiving backs in the NFL, he's a damn good runner as well. Like, I think Chase Brown is going to have a very underrated season, because I think he's one of the most underrated players in the NFL. Plus, if you're playing fantasy football, I think Chase Brown might be the best flex option to have out of any player in the league. Alright, at number 11, barely missing the top 10, we've got Bucky Irving. This one was tough because, in my opinion, after this season, I think he will be a top 10 running back. This dude is so damn good. He is one of the toughest runners I've seen in a long time. He's very productive, and he's a very good fantasy option. That's besides the point, but just adding on to it. Bucky Irving is a damn good running back, and I think he's going to be really, really good this year. Alright, now getting into the top 10. At number 10, give me James Cook. He actually just got paid recently. Let me take a look at that. Oh yeah, 4-year, $48 million extension, $30 million guaranteed. I think he got the money he wanted. That basically just added on to what I was just about to say about James Cook. He's a damn good running back. He's a very tough running back. He reminds me a lot of his brother, Dalvin Cook, when he was in his prime. That's a great thing. But right now, I don't think he's $48 million great. Now, he is in the top 10. In my opinion, he is a top 10 running back. But when you look at the others, like, I don't think they should be getting paid more than some of those guys. You know what I mean? Number 9, give me Kyren Williams. Now, is it just me, or is this like the main running back that people forget to put in their top 10 lists? Like, why do people forget about him so much? Kyren Williams is one of the best running backs in the league when it comes to production, because he is one of the most productive running backs in the league when given the ball. He's a very good receiving back. We saw it a lot last season, and I think, even though I think the Rams are going to pass more this season, I think the more this dude plays, the more he's going to improve. Like, I think Kyren Williams is great. Alright, at number 8, give me Devon Achane, also known as the Fantasy Football Super Bowl MVP. Because coincidentally, he just puts up like the best numbers on the day of fantasy championships, but that's besides the point. Devon Achane's a great runner. He reminds me a lot of Kyren Williams. They're pretty similar, but I think Devon Achane's just a little better. I think he's a better runner, and I think he's just a tad better receiving back. And plus, with how the Dolphins are looking, I think Devon Achane is just going to get the ball more. And that's a good thing for him because he's a great running back. Alright, number 7, give me Christian McCaffrey. Talent-wise, I think he's still a top 5 running back, but it's hard to put him in the top 5 after last season where he was injured almost all year. Injuries is his biggest flaw. Other than that, Christian McCaffrey is one of the best running backs in the league. He's one of the best runners. He is probably the best receiving back in the NFL when healthy. And he is one of the most productive running backs in the league. Like, there's really nothing you can take away from him other than the fact that he's constantly hurt. Now, it's hard also being on the 49ers where they're known for having injured players all the time as it is. So, let's just hope he's healthy, because I would love to see him and Saquon fully healthy this season, because I think that would be entertaining as shit. Alright, at number 6, give me Jonathan Taylor. This dude's either going to have like one of the best seasons he's ever had, or he's going to be hurt, because the Colts are going to run his ass off this year. And it's for 2 reasons. Because 1, I don't see the Colts throwing the ball that much, because their quarterback battle is like one of the most uninspiring things I've ever seen. But also, it's also because Jonathan Taylor is one of the best running backs in the league. He's a very tough runner. He's actually a pretty underrated receiving back. If you throw him the ball, he actually could do good. but he is known for his explosive running, which he is one of the best at in the league. And I think Jonathan Taylor is going to get the ball a lot this year. All right, at number 5, give me Josh Jacobs. Now, I think it's funny how when he first got sent to the Green Bay Packers, everyone thought that he was going to be terrible there. Everyone thought he wasn't going to be good. But this last season, he probably had the best season he's ever had. And I think it was also because he was on the Packers. Now, I will say this about Josh Jacobs. When it comes to performing season to season, so far he has been a little inconsistent. But when he is on, he is on. He is one of the best running backs in the league. He is one of the toughest runners in the league. And he's one of the most consistent runners in the league when he is on it. Like, I believe Josh Jacobs will be very good this year. Alright, at number 4, give me Bijan Robinson. I don't know why I might be along on this, but I've always thought he wasn't as good as Jahmyr Gibbs. And since I'm talking about it right now, I might as well just put Jahmyr Gibbs on the list. Jahmyr Gibbs is the 3rd best running back in my opinion. He's at number 3. But the thing is, I've always thought Jahmyr Gibbs was just better than Bijan. Now, Bijan is bigger than Jahmyr, which can turn out to him being a harder runner. Like, he can be a more powerful back because he's bigger. Maybe it's just because he's on Atlanta, I don't know, but still, Bijan is one of the best running backs in the league. Like, there's no doubt about that. He's a great runner, he's a great receiving back, and he is overall one of the best runners in the league. But when you look at Jahmyr Gibbs, in my opinion, I think Jahmyr Gibbs is better than Bijan in every single category. He's just like Bijan, but better. I think he's a harder runner, I think he's a faster runner, and I think he has one of the best visions out of any running back in the league. He knows where to go at every single point in time. And he is the main part of the best running back duo in the league with him and David Montgomery. And this is very exciting. I got him in fantasy and I can't wait. I think he's going to ball. Alright, at number 2, give me Derrick Henry. And stop. I don't want to hear about his age. Dude is 31 years old and he just put up the 2nd best season he's ever had, behind the 1 year he rushed for 2,000 yards. If he would have played week 18 last year, he too would have rushed 2,000 yards. I don't give a shit how old he is. Until he shows it, I'm going to still treat him like he's in his prime, because right now he still is. It's hard to not give praise to this man because I think he is a first ballot Hall of Famer. I think he is one of the best running backs we will ever watch. And I don't think there's another running back that will be like Derrick Henry. Like, we should be enjoying watching him right now. Now, Derrick Henry was great, but he doesn't compare to who was number 1. And number 1 is obviously Saquon Barkley, because Saquon just had the best season a running back could ever have in the NFL history. If Saquon would have played week 18 last season, he would have broken the regular season rushing record. Now, when you include playoff games, he did rush for over 2,500 rushing yards. Like, he was absolutely insane this year. Now, when you look at other running backs like Eric Dickerson, he does still hold the rushing record. But when you compare his playoff games, I think he did have a better season than Eric Dickerson. I think he did have the best season a running back has ever had. Now, the only thing that stinks is that he's on the Eagles, and I hate the Eagles. But I will say this, if he wouldn't have went to the Eagles and stayed on the Giants, I don't think he would have had the season that he just had. We've all been saying I wish we could see what he would look like on a good team, and we finally saw it, and what he is a generational running back. He is easily number 1. Alright, and you guys have it. That was me ranking every single running back from 32 to 1. I hope you guys liked this one. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down below who your favorite running back is, and let me know who you think the best running back in the league is. Anyways, that's where I am going to be done for the day. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos whenever I post. I hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you next time.